What's good, everyone? It's your boy Matt Diazable coming at you with a new album review. And today I am checking out the latest album from As I Lay Dying with their newest album, Through Storms Ahead. If you're part of the metal world, you already know about this band for sure. But if you don't, AsILayDying are a metalcore band based out of San Diego, California, and have been a band since about 2000-ish. They've been making music consistently since about 2013 when some incidents happened with the lead singer wanting to, let's just say, harm someone very close to him. He went away for a while. He came back. None of the members wanted to make music with them, but they made music with them anyway. They made an album back in 2019. They all left, and most of the band members for this album left right before like a big tour here in 2024. And so far, at the time of this music video of this review, only the lead singer Tim Lambesis is the only member of this band. So this band has had a very, very rough history, and it's really hard because a lot of people really enjoy this band. They were one of the big metalcore bands from back in the day. And like this album, they've gone through many storms, but I don't know how much more they can do. And with this newest album, with all these new members and a lot of changes of this band, the best way I can describe this album is that it's a band copying themselves in a way. And it's kind of weird, and it kind of is, because besides the lead singer and one of the guitarists at the time, the rest of the band were all brand new, and they were trying to make an AsILayDying song or album as new members to this band. So it feels very like not the true essence of the band. It's just a copy of the band. And I don't want to diminish the talent of the new members that came into this band. They're very good musicians. It's just they had really, I guess, not big shoes to fill, but awkward shoes to fill, because they are new members to this band that have, most of the members have left. They got a really weird history because of the lead singer's past and everything. So it's just, I think they did the best they could. And so it feels like a lot of the album and the music just doesn't feel right, particularly the lyrics and just the overall presentation of the music. I will say that there are some tracks on this album, like Burden and The Cave of Fear, I guess, or the cave we fared to enter. That's the name of the song. These songs have a bit of a AsILayDying feel to it. The song Burden has some really ripping riffs that sound like old AsILayDying, while having some really slamming drums, and just overall it feels like it has the weight of what AsILayDying should be. And so this is one of the closest songs that capture that old AsILayDying feel. So I want to play a clip of Burden for you so you can get a sense of what the best material on this album is. Those drums and those fast riffs, they kind of remind you of what they're capable of. And then you have the song, the cave that we fear to enter. It might be the strongest song on the album overall, with its really bold and large, clean vocals, and overall just really powerful feels. And outside those songs, and then there's a song called Whitewash that has some really good mesmerizing riffs. Majority of the album just feels really okay, or it doesn't really live up to the AsILayDying name, I guess. Because you start getting tracks like Strength to Survive and The Gears That Never Stop, and the overall feel of the songs that has that just generic metalcore vibe in terms of like the fast riffs and the quick drums. It's not hitting as hard as it feels like, and it just feels like someone trying to make AsILayDying songs if they're not in AsILayDying. It's a little bit of a weird conundrum, I think. And I want to play Gears That Never Stop to let you get a good sense of that like generic kind of blandness you're getting on this album.
every day, a glitch inside the machine. On and on, repeated. Something in my head, a war I fight from.
Yeah, it just feels like it's just kind of there. And then there's the drums. And I don't want to say anything bad, but like the drumming is good. It's pretty solid. But compared to their older material, the drums were one of the biggest draws for this band because they were so fast and intense. Like on that one song, Forever and 94 Hours, way back in the day, those double kicks and everything just were so impressive. But on the songs like We Are the Dead and Take From Nothing and The Void Within, the drums all seem really dull and just a little bit stale. So I want to play The Void Within so you can get a sense of how the drums are just not up to par to what AsILayDying has put out before.
I wanna feel again, cross my neck, stay till I get away. We're so far away, still trying to say I wanna feel again, destroy.
Yeah, it just feels like it's kind of there. And I would say the bass playing on this album is not really the strongest, besides on the songs Broken Reflection and We Are the Dead. The bass can be really felt on those songs, but a lot of the album feels kind of empty because the bass doesn't seem that prominent. The vocals on this album have a mix of being good and bad, and I think one of the better things about the album are the clean vocals. They do sound really good. Some of the unclean vocals, specifically like the guest vocalists on We Are the Dead, they don't really sound that good. And like the guys are sounding so big and like boisterous and strong that it all just kind of meshes together. It doesn't sound that great. And then the unclean vocals from their main vocalist, Tim Lambesis, it ranges from being pretty good to sounding kind of bland. Like at moments, he's able to channel that old energy they had before, but then other times it just sounds very uninspiring. And then you have the lyrics too, which, you know, after his past and everything, it feels really hard to take him seriously or sincerely with how, you know, talking about overcoming adversities and trying to be a stronger person when, you know, he wanted to hurt somebody. So it was like it's really hard to take it seriously, which just makes me think that the overall legacy of AsILayDying can never be the same, and it just feels weird like pushing it forward, especially with this album and with certain events where members have left again, and there just seems a lot of uncertainty in the band. So it feels like the more they put into this band, the more it's going to damage the legacy that's already been kind of tarnished and really hard to recover. Even though a lot of people are still into them, they still will like support them, but it's not like it was before. And it just feels like, you know, the cat's out of the bag, the genie's out the bottle. You can't really go back anymore. It's just like this is where we're at, and maybe you should pump the brakes and just let it be as it should, AsILayDying, let it die, I guess, a little bit. But it doesn't really match up to like their previous work and their overall legacy, this album. So I would say this new album from AsILayDying is a light to okay 6 out of 10. Links down below, check them out. Tell me what you think about this album. And like always, guys, I will see you in the pit.